So a very good afternoon to all of you. So in today's lecture we are going to cover single phase full bridge inverter, which can be shown here clearly. Okay, so the single phase full bridge inverter working in the square wave mode is very important. Understanding of this mode is very important, very important. Okay, so and we will deal with different kinds of load, which kind of loads are there. Okay, so first of all, coming back to the full bridge inverter, that is this one, you can easily understand that 1 2 3 and 4, these are the four switches connected across load. Okay, this is the source VDC by 2, again VDC by 2, these are the sources. This is termed as the pole. The 0 is termed as the pole or grounded. So we have to obtain the voltage, that is the VA0 voltage. How we can obtain the A0 voltage? It is very simple to obtain. Just make sure that which switches are conducting in which region. For example, have a look at this. In this region, when the conductivity is shown here, when we have V0 equals to positive, this is the V0, this is V0, and we are assuming this plus and this minus, that is, this is the polarity of output voltage. And when the current flows through the output load, when the current flow in the output is in this direction, then it is assumed to be positive. Okay, so I think I'm quite clear that which direction is positive, and this polarity of output voltage, that is, when the output voltage is having this polarity, then this is assumed to be positive voltage. Okay, so I'm quite clear till this point. Now have a look at this. When this switches, this and this, when these are on, for example, when S1 and S2 are conducting, then we can say for sure that this voltage plus VDC by 2 gets connected across the load via S1, and then subsequently via S2 it gets connected across this point. So the pole voltage can be drawn very easily. The graph of pole voltage becomes very easy. Here, come here, let's have a look at this. When VA0, that is the voltage of A with respect to pole naught, it is going to give you a VDC by 2. Yes, when it will be VDC by 2, it's very simple. When S1 is on, so this A gets connected to naught, so voltage A0 is VDC by 2. Okay, at the same time when S2 is connected, this B gets connected to naught. This VB0 voltage is minus VDC by 2, because this B gets connected to the negative end of battery. Yeah, this is the graph. You can see that this is minus VDC by 2. Okay, now coming back to the other portion, that is from T by 2 to T. Okay, when we look at this portion, that is T by 2 to T, then we can very well say that in the A0 portion, when S3 S4 are conducting, when the conducting switches are S3 and S4, then we can be very sure that this switch will get connected to this part, that's B. Now B0 becomes positive, that is plus VDC by 2. This is what is shown here. When S3 S4 conducts, B0 becomes plus VDC by 2. Now, before moving on to the discussion of the pole voltage of VA0, okay, I would like to bring one very important point to your notice, and this is very important. Can you look at the structure of pole voltages? Yes, the pole voltages are also odd signals. First part, they are also odd signals. Okay, the second part is that they are having half wave symmetry. Okay, so the analysis of pole voltages become very easy. Second part is that is very important, is that the pole voltage of VA0 is 180 degree out of phase with VB0. Clear? Or we can say that the voltage of VB0 is 180 degree out of phase with respect to VA0. Okay. Now the calculation of VAB. Okay, one more thing, very important, since the conduction needs to be explained once more very quickly. So when D1 and D2 will get connected, it means that when D1 and D2 are connected, then we can say that the current will flow in this direction via this diode. Yes, this will be the direction of current. Okay, but the output voltage will be in which direction? It is having D1 D2, but this terminal A gets connected to plus VDC and this terminal gets connected to minus VDC. So we can be very sure that the voltage at the output when D1 D2 is conducting is going to be positive in nature, and the direction of current is going to be negative. It is going to be negative. Now if this is clear, then our discussion becomes very easy. Then we can straight away comment that which switches are conducting in which interval of time. Now I'm coming back to this part. Okay, VA0, VB0 are plotted. Okay, every pole voltage, every time the voltage can be defined very easy. Now VAB, when S1 S2 are conducting, is nothing but VA0 minus VB0. Yes, it is very clear. VA0 minus VB0, so it becomes plus VDC by 2 minus of minus VDC by 2, so it gives you VDC. Clear? That's why this is positive VDC. When A0 is negative and B0 is positive, have a look at this. So minus this will give you minus, so it is minus VDC. So I think I am quite clear in this regard. Now, analysis of single phase full bridge inverter L load. Because our load is very easy to understand, and we have covered it in the half bridge inverters. So I am directly moving to the L load. The voltage expression will be 4 VDC by n pi sin n omega naught t. That is very easy to understand. This is for R load. The current will be simply this voltage divided by the R, and is 135 infinity. V0, the fundamental value of voltage will be 4 VDC by pi. The RMS value of the fundamental component is 4 VDC by pi root 2. Okay, I0 1T RMS can also be obtained very easily. Now coming back to this part, it's VDC by 2, VDC by 2. Okay, now this is S1 D1, S2 D2, S3 D3, S4 D4. When it is an inductor, then we can straight away say that this is the nature of voltage. So inductor current will be something like this. Yes, it has to be triangular. So we have obtained this triangular current. That is something like this. It's very easy, because when the voltage applied across, because L di by dt should give you the slope of this voltage. L di by dt is the slope of this current, and this should give you the voltage. I think till this point we are very clear. Again, moving on to this part, this can be easily obtained, that as di by dt is negative for this entire duration, then this voltage is going to be negative. Output voltage is negative. Okay, now I will come back to the current waveforms, the understanding of current waveform, that when the voltage is positive and the current is positive, it means this terminal gets connected across this part and B gets connected to minus VDC by 2, and the direction of current is positive. The direction of current is positive, then obviously S1 and S2 has to conduct. I think till this part there is no doubt. Okay, everything is clear, and if this is important, then I can straight away move to the other part. Now we have to understand what are the conduction angles, what are the conduction intervals of various devices. Have a look at D1, D2 and D3, D4. This is D1, D2, this is D3, D4. So you can very well say that when the voltage is positive and it is negative, then D1, D2 will be conducting. Similarly, when the voltage is negative, this is positive, and D3, D4 is conducting. Okay, I think till this point I am quite clear. More upon this will be covered in the upcoming lectures. Thank you for being with me. Have a good day.